watching me. Someone's always there. When I'm sleeping, he just waits and he stares. Someone's always standing in the darkest corner of my room. He's tall and wears a suit.
Okay, let's start. Hey guys, so I already filled in my eyebrows and I just put some concealer below and above it. And I'm going in with the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Primer all over my lid, just to the crease, not up to the brow. I'm just gonna add some shadows using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and as you can see, I'm super excited about it. And I'm using the color angled brush, and I'm just using the color Central Park from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going in the crease with this color. I'm just adding gradually to build up the color because I want to create that kind of sunken look in this on this eye. And now using the color Small Shadow brush and the color Roxanne, I am going into the crease as well, just to create some more dimension and to blend those two colors in. Let me tell you about the Jaclyn Hill palette. It is amazing. When they say it's like butter, I didn't believe them. I didn't know what it meant, but these colors are so versatile, so blendable, and let me tell you, I could use this palette for basically anything. Now taking my Sigma E40 brush and the color Hillstar, I'm going on the outer corner of my eye as well as the inner corner and leaving the center clear because we're going to put another color in there. On the same brush, we're taking the color Obsessed and just patting it on into the middle of those two colors and trying to blend them out. And using the color in Light, I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. Using a MAC 224 brush, I'm going in with the color Jax, and I'm just going to put that above my crease and just try to blend it in with the lower colors. And mixing Abyss and Soda Pop, I'm just going to try to get that on the outer corner of my eye as well as up to the crease. And I'm just going to blend that in, and then I'm going to take that same MAC 224 brush with those two colors and try to fill around my orbital bone because we're creating a black eye here. And then using my Beige Cosmetics 129 brush, I'm just going to use the color Jax and put it on the inner part of my eye as well as around my eye to create a kind of a reddish effect. And using this makeup sponge that I just picked some holes in at the top to just kind of give it like a textured effect, and my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette, I'm taking the burgundy color and mixing it with some maroon, and then I'm just dabbing that around my eye. So taking this same sponge and some yellow from the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette, I'm just going to dab a bit of yellow on the outer edges of the wound to just give it that kind of healed effect, that kind of like, oh, you just got hit in your eye kind of look, where it's just to make it look more realistic, like a real bruise. And then you just want to dab some yellow in between as well, just to kind of give it that old effect. And I use my Tarte Shape Tape concealer just to neaten up the edges. And again, I'm going back in with the Revlon Photo Ready Primer, and I'm just going to prime my other eye because we're going to do a kind of glam look on this side. So we're going to put some primer up to the crease, and then we're going to use a concealer brush to just even it out. And using my Sigma Pencil E30 brush, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette and using Venetian Red, and I'm creating a line in the crease of my eye. So we're just kind of following that crease and just trying to create a line. It's almost like to simulate a cut crease. And using this color Small Shading brush, again we're going back in with Red Ochre, and we're just going to above that first color that we put in the crease, and we just blend in that upwards. Using the Sigma E40 brush and the color Obsessed from the Jaclyn Hill palette, we're just going to put this on the inner corner of our eye. And with the same brush, we're going in with the color SBN, and we're just going to blend from that inner corner to the middle of our eye with this color. Then with one of my favorite palettes of all time, the Smashbox Shape Matters, we're going in with the color Blackout and we're using the brush from the palette and we're just gonna smoke this look out. So we're just gonna put this black on the outer V of our eye and join that to the wing that we made on the top with the crease colors. And that piece of the video is somehow missing, but anyways, going back in with Enlight and the Sigma E40, we're gonna highlight our brow bone, then take our MAC 225 and the color Vermeer, and we're gonna just brush this Vermeer across the entire look to give it this kind of glitzy effect. And this does not have to be neat because remember, we're trying to be like a dead Poussin kind of scary look. I mean MAC 224. And using my Tartist, I'm just going to do my winged liner on the top. Yep, of course I did that. I blinked and got eyeliner everywhere. So I just used a Q-tip with some makeup remover and I just kind of cleaned it. And then I just put some more of the shadow back onto my lid. And using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, I'm just putting on my mascara. Yay! I put eyelashes on at this point. And using my Ruby Kisses C-Curve eyeshadow brush and the color Jax and Roxanne, I'm just gonna line my lower lash line with these colors as well as some black from the Smashbox Shape Matters and just joining that to the shadow from before, trying to create like this smoky effect. I'm just blending out the entire look with a BH Cosmetics brush here. And again, using the Sigma E40 brush, I'm using the color Obsessed mixed with some faint and putting that on the inner corner of my eye. And using my Dior Skin Air Flash Spray Foundation in the shade 202, I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. And this is a very light foundation because I got the wrong shade, but it worked out it came in handy because we kind of want to look pale because, I mean, we're gonna simulate a kind of bleeding person, so no bleeding person is normal color. Obviously, you're gonna be pale, right? And I'm blending this in with my Silly sponge. Silly sounds like Silly Billy. I mean my silicone sponge. Using my MAC 188 stippling brush, I'm just gonna brush this across my face to kind of just even out this foundation application. I'm adding foundation to my neck as well because this look will be extending to my neck. And using my MAC Skin Finish powder in Medium Plus and this Kabuki brush from Real Techniques, I'm just setting my foundation all over my face and my neck. And now for the good stuff. This is liquid latex that I got in Richards West Mall and it's actually pretty cheap. It was like $30. And I'm going to use this latex with a makeup sponge as well as toilet paper. So you need to separate the toilet paper. If it's 2-ply, you need to make it 1-ply and you need to like rip it up into tiny shreds. And now I'm just gonna apply the liquid latex. I want to do like this Chelsea grin. So apply the liquid latex along your mouth and then you're gonna put a strip of toilet paper over it and then you let that dry. Then you do another strip of latex, another strip of toilet paper, and you're layering this on. And you want to do at least 6 to 7 layers minimum because we want to cut this. And we don't want to cut our skin because believe me, I cut myself and it was not cool. And this latex smells so bad. It smells like fish, but I mean, when it dried, it stopped smelling. So yeah, I guess you can be a trooper and just, let it go. And now I want to do this on my neck as well because I kind of want to simulate that I got my throat slit. So we're going to do the same thing. It's a wider area. So you're going to need more latex and bigger strands of toilet paper. And we want more layers here because obviously it's a bigger area. So let's like aim for 10. And I'm using a blow dryer here to help me dry this because we really want this to be dry, or else it kind of crumbles and looks weird and it's all sticky. And I made that mistake. I did not wait for mine to dry properly, and it was not the best. So I suggest you wait for it to dry. It gets hot, so you'll know when it's dry. So I'm using this Sasha matte face powder in warm beige, and I'm going to put this over the latex and the toilet paper because we kind of want to give it a skin look. And don't put foundation first because then it's going to soak in. We just kind of put the powder first to just kind of give that like a base and to start giving it the tone that you want. So I started with this powder, and I just put it all over the sides of my mouth as well as on my neck. I'm now using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NT44, which is a darker shade than I usually use. I'm using the same Real Techniques Kabuki brush, and I'm just applying this all over my guts to be. Now I'm taking these scissors. These scissors have blunt edges because you don't want to have a sharp thing and then just like actually end up with a slit throat. So I'm just gonna create like a little hole at the end of it gets rubbery, it's latex. So create a little hole, and then I'm just gonna cut the slit to the way I want it. So I'm not just gonna do a straight edge, I'm kind of just gonna move the scissors to kind of get that jagged feel. And then I'm gonna do the same thing in my mouth. Please be careful not to cut yourself because like I said, I did cut myself while I was doing this and it was not fun. And let me tell you about this liquid latex. If you have a hairy face like me, prepare to get waxed, guys. And using the same textured makeup sponge from before and the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, we're going to use some of that burgundy and maroon to kind of create the edges of this bruise. We need to make it look irritated. I mean, it's a cut, right? So the outside has to look irritated and icky. So we're just gonna tap the sponge along the edges of this wound. We're going to do the same thing on our neck as well as on our mouth. Face paint crayons I got from the grocery, so I'm just taking the red one and I'm just gonna fill, so that slit that we made, I'm just gonna color my actual skin in between there because we want to give it like a base before we put the blood, so we need to make it look red and, you know, icky. Now I'm using my MAC 210 brush and I'm just gonna put some red from that palette on the outer edges of that slit. Everything we're doing now is basically just shadowing and layering colors to just give it this bruised effect. So that's what you're gonna see me doing. You're gonna see me repeating these steps quite a bit because we just need to get that desired color. So I'm gonna use some shadows as well, and the Jaclyn Hill palette, like I said, is so versatile, so we're gonna use some of that as well to create this kind of bruised effect even more. And important colors that we need in this palette would be the blue, the yellows, and the burgundies and maroons. Also, this is my all-time favorite song in the background playing right now, so let's just take a second to enjoy this song. Woohoo! Adding blues to this gives it a really nice effect, so just make sure to dab some blues on, and when you're finished with this, then put the yellow on the outer edges again to kind of create this healing edges bruise. I use the Coastal Scents 252 palettes. I use the yellow from this because this yellow, it was a kind of icky yellow that I wanted on the outer edges of this bruise. Using Venetian Red from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, I'm also using this to create some more dimension and shadowing and to give it this even deeper burgundy color. now fake blood excitement. So what I would suggest for this look is to get scab blood to put on the inside. I didn't get the scab blood because I didn't think I would need it. This fake blood is actually a lot more runny than scab blood, so scab blood would have been really good to be inside of the wound. Yeah, I deleted part of my video because I accidentally zoomed into my camera like an idiot, so the taping was really bad. But basically, you're just gonna take this fake blood and just drip it everywhere and in the slits of the wounds, and yeah, you have it. This demented, twisted kind of look, and I really hope you guys enjoy. And if you guys try it, make sure to send me pictures.